Dr. Campbell. Today I wanted to talk about how can teachers win the war on public schools. The war on public schools endures as teachers and their support mechanisms are taking actions that can only result in continued failure. Teachers will either find themselves employed in a different industry, unemployed, or underemployed unless corrective actions are taken. No longer are businesses, politicians, and parents accepting the lack of proficiency that is evident in public schools. The answer to the war on public schools is simple: produce a better product or suffer the consequences. You see, the response to the war on public schools is problematic. Thousands of teachers and students are walking out of schools, marching in the streets, and raising their hands and signs in protest against the war on public education. The teachers' response to the lack of pay increase, and underfunded funding is flawed. Teachers must understand that their biggest weapon in the war on public education is the product that they produce. The politicians and alternative educational entities are after the very product that is considered deficient. Poor, Black, Hispanic, and other minority parents welcome the war on public schools because it is their children that continue to participate in an unending cycle that creates a permanent underclass in the United States. There are several indicators that measure the impact of the present teaching force. Teachers can only expect to win the war on education by improving graduation rates, eliminating disproportionate discipline, and increasing academic achievement. Without improvement in these areas, the war on education will be lost, along with the teaching force that has continued to perpetuate these deficiencies. Presently, the graduation rate is a little more than 82% for all students. However, the graduation rate for Blacks is 69% and Hispanics 73%. The war on public schools is a result of the teachers' inability to shed off the racism indicated in the differences in graduation rates. This result is due to European American teachers favoring other students rather than Black students. European Americans have favorable attitudes toward Mexican Americans when compared to Blacks, and are more likely to accept Mexican Americans when compared to Blacks due to Mexican Americans having a closer skin color to European Americans. This is the primary reason why Hispanic students have a higher graduation rate when compared to Black students. Without equalizing the graduation rates, teachers can expect the war on education to continue. Another measure that continues to contribute to the war on education is disproportionate discipline. A recent study revealed that Black students account for 15.5% of all public schools, but represent about 39% of the students suspended from school. This is due to teacher discrimination. Teachers discriminate against students by implementing differential discipline. Teachers with high percentages of Black students in their classroom are more likely to use an authoritarian classroom management approach and react to Black student learning experiences that are in opposition to traditional public education schools by determining Blacks are incapable of following simple rules and therefore make rules that they deem intolerable, which ultimately impacts student achievement. Unless teachers eliminate disproportionate discipline, the war on education will prevail, resulting in the continued underpayment and underappreciation of teachers. Teachers can only win the war on public education by improving academic achievement and eliminating disproportionate discipline for the minority students that they serve. These students have become the primary targets for those who desire to eliminate public education. Teachers can improve academic achievement by promoting positive racial teacher-student classroom relationships, and they can finalize the war on education by utilizing the Accelerate formula to eliminate disproportionate discipline. This is Dr. Campbell. You can get the entire article and additional information on the website at www.positiveracialrelationships.com. Of course, if you want to talk about it, you can always call me on my direct line at 856-566-3267. Have a great day. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Be sure to check out positiveracialrelationships.com. Check it. Look, pull your pencils out, class is in session. Let's focus on loving our neighbor without a question. Visit positiveracialrelationships.com. Leading classrooms together like a marriage bond. Kick racism out, that ain't what life's about. For more information, check the website out.